Hi everybody. Today we're going to keep it short and sweet. I wanted to show you how to roast vegetables, and today we're going to do broccoli and carrots, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy and simple it is. So I've already actually prepped. I've got the broccoli florets that you can see. I mean, they're kind of in different sizes, but I've cut the stems off so it's the florets. And then the carrots, there's different ways you can cook them whole. And what's really, you can get different varieties like the multicolored carrots. You could cook those whole. You can cook them with the green still on them if you find them that way in the grocery store. Those carrots don't take as long as these carrots do to cook. But you try to cut them all the same shape or same width. And I've done that sort of. Some of them I haven't because some of the carrots were really thick. But your goal is to cook them, or your goal is to cut them the same width so that they all cook evenly. But just do the best you can. So I'm going to start with the carrots, and I'm going to put them in the bowl. They've already all been cut up, and like I said, you can either cut them like this, or you can do them whole. The other thing is, for simplicity, you don't have to peel them. You want to scrub them really good before you cook them. You don't have to peel them, but the flavor is better if you do peel them. You probably wouldn't really even notice that much either way, but and I peel mine. That's why I have the peeler out. But I peel mine, but you don't have to. So now I've got them in the pan, and I'm going to drizzle some olive oil. And I will tell you, I like to experiment and go and find different kinds of olive oils and seasonings. And this one I found at TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx is great for finding some specialty foods, but it's an Italian olive oil. Any olive oil will work, but I like to just play with different seasonings and stuff. So I'm just going to pour some in. I would say a couple. You want to coat the carrots, so you can kind of eyeball it. I would say start off with 2 tablespoons and then add more if you need to, but you can tell. I mean, it's all coated. Okay, so we're going to add salt, and I use kosher or sea salt, and you want to be generous with it because the kosher and sea salt is a thicker granule, so that it coats on there better, and whenever it cooks, it helps intensify the flavor in the oven. Now, roasting your carrots and your vegetables versus cooking them on the stovetop, you get a very intense flavor. If you don't like carrots and you've never had them roasted, you need to roast them and try them because you get a whole new love for carrots. So I've added the salt, and I'm going to add the pepper, and like I just did, a pinch of both, and I'm going to swirl it around to get the flavors. Now, I have basil and rosemary, garlic, and thyme. Now, I bought this seasoning at TJ Maxx, and it has all of those in it, along with fennel seed, oregano, and some other things. So I'm just experimenting with this. So if you can find this, get it. If not, I mean, what you have in your pantry is good. The rosemary and the garlic is always good, and the ground thyme and the basil. So this was just something different that I wanted to try. Oh, and it has sage in it too, and parsley. And then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle. I've already chopped up some garlic, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit in there of fresh garlic. Now, I have already oiled my pan. If you have parchment paper, you can put it on there to cover it so it's easy to clean up. Do not use wax paper. It is not heat resistant. So, but if you have parchment paper, you can put it down. You can do foil, but foil cooks things hotter, so it might burn your vegetables. So that's why I don't recommend foil. The secret is that you want it all in a single layer. And I'm going to add broccoli, so I want to leave room for my broccoli in the same pan. You can cook more than one vegetable in a pan. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to do the same thing with the broccoli. And if you want measurements for vegetables, it's how much you think your family will eat. This is probably, I mean, this might be 2 cups. But you can cut up as much as you want. There's not a limit to how much. You can do little or less. There's just 2 of us tonight. This is probably too much for all of us, but it's also good for leftovers. So I just want to let you know that because people do want measurements. I had cut up 1 pot of garlic that I'm putting on both of these. And so I'm just finishing putting that in there. And then we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to add my olive oil. And you want to just be able to coat it really good. That might have even been more like 1/4 of a cup. The broccoli's a little drier because now the broccoli, I buy the packages at Sam's so that you're not getting the stem, as much of the stems. You're getting more of the florets. See that? I think that needs a little more of the olive oil. I would say for the broccoli, probably 1/4 of a cup, and you can kind of tell because you can see it glistening, so you know. And then same thing. I'm going to put this seasoning, which would be garlic and rosemary, or we've already put garlic in it, so you could just do rosemary. And this has the basil, and I'll tell you what all it has in it, and we'll see how good it is. It has the fennel seed, it has lavender, rosemary, and thyme, and sage, and marjoram. So we'll see how that is. That'll all be good with all of these vegetables. But when you see stuff like that out and about, just get them and play with it like this to do different flavors. Now I'm going to add pepper to it and salt. I'm going to do more salt. You want to be generous with the salt. See, and then just mix it up. Now, like I said, the secret is that it's a single, they're a single layer. You don't want double layer bunched up. So now, that's it. And all you do is put it in an oven at 425. The carrots take about 15 minutes and the broccoli takes about 10. So I'll be checking it around that time. I'll probably end up, the carrots are kind of thick, so might take a little bit longer. If I need to pull the carrots out or the broccoli out sooner, I will. I'll probably stir it in between so that you kind of get the crunchiness all around on it because that's what it does. And roasting them in the oven just intensifies the flavors. So that's it. Let's get them in the oven. So I'm going to put it in the center of the oven. And I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes to check it. And I'll probably end up checking it before that to stir it. So this is just how easy it is to make vegetables. At the end of the day, it's something that you can always, it's important to eat your vegetables. And there's so many things that you can roast in the oven. You can do your potatoes. There's lots of things. And I'll show more of those recipes as we go and show you how simple it is. Okay, they've been in the oven 10 minutes. I'm going to take them out and stir them up a little bit. They're looking good. So you want a little crispy around the edges. So we're just going to cook them a little longer. But see, you can tell they're not taking up as much space anymore. And then I'm going to turn these carrots. The carrots are what's going to take the most time. I'm going to spread those out a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to cook it for about 5 more minutes. Make sure they're all single layer still. You want them to be, you do them to your desired tenderness. I like them a little crunchy, and they are a little better if they have a little crunch to them. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going to set it for 5 more minutes, and then check it again and stir it. Stir it again if I need to, and at that point, I'll just taste it. On the carrots, if you can stick a knife in it, and it comes, you know, and it's a little resistance, but not much. I mean, it's not too soft, but that way you know it's done. It's been 5 more minutes. I'm going to check the broccoli. Yeah, the broccoli, look at the broccoli. You can tell that it's done. So, and I don't know that the carrots are yet, so I'm going to take the broccoli out. This is one reason to try to do the vegetables that cook about the same amount of time together, so you don't have to do it this way. But we're going to taste test. Let me get that. We're going to taste test the carrots after this. I'm going to go ahead and get the broccoli all ready, and then we'll taste the carrots to see where we are on those. Got one more broccoli. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and the carrots, you can tell they're starting to look done. And they may be, but I'm going to finish the broccoli, and then I'm going to taste, and I'm going to take one out and test it. So the broccoli now, I'm going to add balsamic. I have this balsamic vinegar, and there's all kinds of different kinds of balsamic, and I got this at this grocery store, but there's different flavors of balsamic. And probably put just a little bit, like a tablespoon, and then I'm going to stir it up. Oops. Mix it all in. Now let me taste one. There's still crunch. Just a little bit of the sweet tartness taste for the balsamic. And that's done. Okay, let's taste the carrot. It may be done. I'm going to stick a little fork in it and see. I'm going to stick it in one of the bigger ones. Yeah, that might be done. Let's taste it. Yeah, it's definitely done. Yeah, that's done. And there's still a little crunch. You want a little bit of crunch. Soft but crunchy. So that was 15 minutes for the carrots that are cooked at with this thickness. And the same thing, I'm going to put a little balsamic vinegar on it. And if you don't like balsamic, you can squeeze a little lemon juice. You don't have to put anything, but that adds a really nice flavor to it. So let me... Oops, there's one more. So let me, again, add just a little bit. Like I said, it's like a tablespoon. A little bit more. This one has a lighter flavor. There's some darker ones, dark and light ones. That's a golden one. Okay, and that's it. So vegetables are served. Just got to figure out what I want to eat with it. But see how easy that is? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you see how easy it is to make vegetables. Be sure and subscribe to my channel, and notice the bell on the side. That's a notification bell. If you click on that, then you'll be notified when new videos come up, and we're putting them up twice a week on Monday and Wednesdays, and then there are other times maybe more videos during the week, but for sure Mondays and Wednesdays. Thanks for watching. Bye.